Welcome to our video on traps. The drawings and the diagrams, pictures used in this video are from the Canadian Plumbing Design and Installation textbook, which is by Troy White, and the publishers are ATP. First up, we'll look at the most common trap out there, the P-trap in the drain system. The name P-trap, it's like a P on its side there, hence the name P-trap. And like any good trap on a P-trap, it has the inlet, the dip at the bottom, the weir, the curved edge on the lower part of the trap as it leaves, and as well as the curved area right above the weir, which is known as the crown, leading out to the outlet. And all our good traps will be 38 to 50 millimeters in trap seal depth, 38 for just being our regular traps, and 50 millimeters for our acid waste traps. Our P-traps will come in a variety of materials. We could have a no-hub cast iron. We could have a brass type of trap. We could have a chrome-plated tubular trap and or plastic. And we can also have our DWV plastic, and that could become a variety of ABS, PVC, etc. And a lot of our traps, like our two traps in the middle here, our brass trap and our chrome-plated brass trap. These two versions are our union type traps. They have the nut to take apart, and the other two traps on either side are like what I like to call our solid traps, our traps that do not come apart. Here's a nice picture of our installation of a P-trap in play. On our left-hand picture, we have a wall-hung lavatory, domestic lavatory. The outlet pipe comes out of the fixture and into a P-trap connection, and then the P-trap connects directly into the wall, where it continues on its way, eventually making its way down to the sanitary building drain and out the building. On the right-hand side, we have another P-trap. This P-trap, unlike the wall hung on the other side, the one on the wall hung on the other side has a union trap that can come apart. Our P-trap on the right-hand side for a bathtub is a solid, all-in-one glued in or put together trap that cannot come apart unless you either break it or cut it apart. And that's because it's going to be in the floor / ceiling, and we do not want a chance of leakage by having a union in there, and it will not be accessible. So the P-trap connects the overflow area as well as the drain of the bathtub into the trap and out, and on its way to the fixture arm, trap arm, and eventually leading down its way into the sanitary building drain of the building, and out it goes to the municipal sewer. Up next, some people commonly call this the gang trapping or just the trapping of two fixtures. This is one way of trapping. This is a double compartment sink. The left hand is coming out the outlet into a 90. The outlet in the second one is going into a TY, into another TY, which has a clean out on the trap and then carries on. Another version would be the actual inlet of the right hand one going right into the trap together with the other one and then throughout the trap. But gang trapping usually commonly known when you're trapping a bunch of different like-minded fixtures like floor drains. This is what's commonly known as the running trap. Okay, just a solid trap. The top one, just a solid trap, would be just non-stop water running through it every so often. Right in line. Commonly used in the older buildings as a building drain. If it was used as a building drain, it more likely would be used with the second one on the bottom there, which has the inlet, and right above the inlet there is a handhold clean out as per code that would clean out the trap or the building trap, which is also a running trap. Next up, we have the bottle trap. The bottle trap is commonly still found at for laboratory sinks. So not laboratory, not domestic laboratory, but a laboratory. The mad scientist, as I like to call it. working away, and this bottle trap we could possibly be used on their sinks, the laboratory sinks. Again, it creates a seal and it cleanses itself. So it's still prohibited today. On this slide here, you'll see there's a variety of traps, and all these traps are actually prohibited by code. And a number of reasons why is either not being able to create a seal, they're not self-cleaning, or a combination of both. Just to give you an example, the S-trap could potentially, because of the way it's been put together as an S, it can actually self-siphon the trap seal out and never maintaining a trap seal. So hence it's against code. Otherwise, you would always smell the gases from the sewer coming up through that particular fixture that had the S trap. And again, there's a variety of other ones there. Our drum trap, which a lot of people see out there. Again, it's not prohibited. It's not prohibited by code and cannot be used. But there's a variety of other ones. So the 3/4 S trap, the full S trap we just talked about, the drum trap. We have the bell trap, the bag trap, the mechanical seal trap, and the internal partition traps. A bunch of them at the bottom there are some common traps that are prohibited by code. And again, all the pictures in this video were provided by Canadian Plumbing Design and Installation. There will be a couple other traps out there that you will run into. We have an integral trap, which is in our water closets. So they're part of the fixture itself, providing the seal, the trap seal for the fixture. As well as you might also find the S-trap standard out there. And S-trap standard is a trap that helps to support the fixture and is prohibited by code. Sorry, is allowed by code. And again, this is a video on traps, and all the pictures in this video were provided by Canadian Plumbing Design and Installation. Troy White is the author, and the publisher is ATP.